Hi, I'm Stu, and this is an announcement video to announce that I'm starting a new YouTube channel. Okay, big deal. Lots of people do that. Another person on the internet is saying they're going to start a YouTube channel. Oh my God, I haven't heard that before. Let me state my case though. So a couple of reasons that I'm doing this. Well, first of all, let me tell you what the plan is. I am planning to start a YouTube channel. I've already started it actually. But the goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers in 9 months, posting 100 short form videos. I think that's a healthy number to go after, given my circumstances, given my time constraints. Started a part-time job recently enough. I'm about to start a full-time job. So that gives me about 15 hours a day, or 15 hours a week, I should say, to post short form videos. So I'm going to post the short form videos each week. Hoping to get to 100, aiming to get to 100 within 9 months. And then I'm also going to post weekly update videos like this just to track my progress, to tell people, show people what went wrong, what could improve, what improved on each video. And hopefully that will be useful to other people. Now, I want to take a quick step back and just say why I'm going to do this. Why is this important? Why should you even listen to me? Well, the point of this isn't to brag. I did do this before. I have reached 100,000 subscribers before in the past within 1 year. 5 years ago with another channel. That's since grown. Here's the proof. As I said, it's not to brag, but the point is just to, I guess, show what's possible. I think what would have been really good 5 years ago, and even over the last the 3 years afterwards, was to document my progress and share with others along the way. Because I think it's a really interesting way to kind of connect with other people, but just just be kind of real. And like all those moments of posting content back then, I would have liked to sort of be more engaged with other people through it, because it was a sort of an autonomous channel, a faceless channel, some people call it. It was video essays. Sometimes they used my voice, but I didn't personally put myself out there. It wasn't like me behind camera. And that's another reason why I didn't, I'm starting this channel, is to put myself out there a bit more, be more accountable, attack my fear of speaking in front of camera, which is fairly common, I think, for a lot of people. Even large YouTubers I've heard are not that comfortable talking to camera. But I think if you do that all the time, you get used to it. And I think it's a big block, especially if you like storytelling, if you like creating content. I think it's something that you just have to get over. And so I want to explore, am I more comfortable, behind the scenes only? Is that my natural habitat, or is that my comfort zone? So putting content out weekly, I think, is going to answer that question pretty quickly. So attack fear and embrace failure, in other words. Number two, I also want to find a mission by doing this, and also to share what it's like to try and find a mission or find a quest or a goal. I think that's another big problem and a blocker for people to start a channel, is trying to get the perfect mission, trying to solve the perfect problem, trying to get a real sense of like where you're going and your destiny and all that kind of stuff. Super important to have a why in projects, and I definitely would have done better if I had more of a sense of what the mission was my previous channel. But at the same time, though, I wouldn't have ever started that channel if I was trying to get all my ducks in a row, to get everything perfectly aligned. So as I said, the purpose of this, or another purpose of this, is to find the mission and to find a way to get my biceps in camera. But seriously, it's like the truth of it is, though, is that you don't get to find out what your mission is until you're in the middle of it, or maybe even towards the end of it. You don't get that privilege. You don't get to go, oh, this is my mission and this is my destiny and this is what I'm going to do. In my experience, anyway, it's something that's really, you kind of find out while you're running, while you're moving, while you're in motion, while you're doing. And a good way to kind of think about this, at least for me, was that there's this, well, look, can you have it? I have it right here. But there's this movie, right, called Never Ending Story that I loved as a kid. I still love it, but there's the book of it that explores something that the movie doesn't, which is often the case. Anyway, this is a character called Treyu in the movie and the book, and he's a Native American kid, and he's on this mission and quest. And what the movie doesn't talk about is that, like, he doesn't really know what his mission. Okay, you can block your ears if you want to read the book, but he doesn't know what his mission or quest is until he's like through it or doing it. And I think that's something that's very applicable to life. You don't really get to know, as I said, what you're doing until you're kind of in the middle of it. So by posting a lot of content weekly and talking about it, I'm going to explore and look and listen for ways, or listen for doors, approaches, ways in to find a mission, to be kind of receptive and open to it. Because I think, as I said, it's something that you really kind of don't get to know until you put out a bit of content, or you put out some videos, or you put out whatever it is that you're doing. You might be going to the gym every day for like 6 months, but you don't know why you're doing it. You're just doing it to keep fit, but you might find out why you're really doing this. Because on a subconscious level, you might know, and maybe other people see it in you, but it's sometimes hard to detect yourself when you're kind of like locking into something. Lastly, yeah, as I said, want to be helpful. As I said, I just want to be like, hey, there's a bridge over there that's worth crossing. Don't go over that bridge, it's faulty. So just share my kind of learnings, and hopefully that will be useful for people. Last but not least, I just want to simplify my ideas and be consistent, and constraining this goal within this time limit and within this frame, I think helps with consistency, and it helps with simplification. So that's the mission. Begins today. Well, I've actually already started it. To be fully transparent, I've put out 3 videos already, but we're in the last week of January, so I'm behind time. So I got till September. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening.